show of hands, how many of you like celebrations and music? All right, a lot of you. I do too. It's one of my favorite things. Today we'll be talking about Mardi Gras. This isn't a tradition I've actually really participated in other than at Universal in Florida, but it is one that I've always been interested in. First, we'll go over a brief history about Mardi Gras and how it came to be. Then we will talk about the traditions and how they have come and gone in the years of Mardi Gras. Lastly, I will talk about the Mardi Gras balls that occur during this celebration. Mardi Gras has a few names other than the one you hear all the time, Mardi Gras. One of the other names that day goes by is Fat Tuesday, which is Mardi Gras' literal translation from French. The other name Mardi Gras goes by is Shrove Tuesday. As you can probably tell, Mardi Gras happens to be on a Tuesday. To be more specific, it happens on the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday in the month of February. According to MardiGrasNewOrleans.com, last accessed on October 29th, the Mardi Gras Carnival's first appearance in history was in 1781 in a report to the Spanish colonial governing body. During the parade celebration, many people on the floats would throw things out to the crowd. Some throw out candy or little packages of food, while others have even thrown out coconuts. Very strange, I know. The typical items thrown out by people, however, are beads. They started out as glass, but it was kind of a little harmful, so they turned it into plastic beads instead. There was an article published in the International Business Times by Philip Ross on March 3rd, 2014, that talked about the meaning behind a few different traditions in Mardi Gras that they have every year. Many of them are well known, but how it started isn't as known as the tradition itself. Now, the throwing of beads is a more common tradition that started in 1872 by the king. He picked specific colors for the beads as well, purple, green, and gold. Nowadays they throw all kinds of colors during the celebration, but those are still the most common colors during the parade. Rex, the king of Carnival, wanted colors that represented royalty. This is why he chose those specific colors: purple for justice, green for faith, and gold for power. Another tradition was the wearing of masks. The tradition started in the early years of this festival to help people escape class restraints and social demands. The people in the parade wanted everyone to let loose and just be themselves without any judgment and be able to mingle with anyone from any class. The Traditional Business Times article stated that in New Orleans, the float riders and the people participating in the parades are actually required by law to wear masks. They have made it legal for everyone to wear a mask that day, yet some store owners actually ask people to remove their masks when they enter the store. Now, the last tradition I'm going to talk about is the tradition of handing out coconuts. This caught me off guard when I first heard about it, but it is interesting and a very sought-after tradition during Mardi Gras. Back in 1910, the Zulu Social Aid and Pleasure Club, one of the oldest crews or parade hosts in the history of Mardi Gras, started handing out Zulu coconuts, or what they called golden nuggets. After a while, they stopped leaving them all hairy because they started just leaving them normal and handing them out in little bags to people, but they kind of wanted to decorate them, so they kind of shaved them a little bit, and they started decorating them and painting them to hand them out to all the partygoers. Lastly is the celebration of the year, the balls that happened during Mardi Gras. An article published in the New York Times by a man named Francis Frank Marcus back on December 28, 1986, stated that the Mardi Gras balls are normally closed off to the public, yet the Lundy Ball was opened up to the public only if you were wearing a mask. Now, I understand that this was almost 30 years ago to the day, and there are no more balls that are open to the public, but New Orleans still holds extravagant balls and parties to which you can attend by invitation only. In review, we talked about how Mardi Gras has a few other names, Fat Tuesday and Shrove Tuesday, and the celebration happens on the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday. Mardi Gras also has many traditions, but a few main ones are the throwing of beads, wearing a mask, and handing out of coconuts. They also hold special balls every year that are by invitation only and very aristocratic. I hope you all have enjoyed learning a bit more about the tradition of Mardi Gras. I know I have. Thank you.